Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rekt League. I am joined on this cast by none other than Gulen and Enraged Overy, the TriCast. What's up, guys?
How's it going? I'm excited to be casting now after getting my ass beat by you guys. So, it's just being humble.
Oh, you know what? I'm excited to do this cast after beating your ass, so we're in agreement here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sore. But I'm super also excited because this is the finals from last season. Team Ocean versus Team Scuttle. I was a part of this. This is like a lot of nostalgia for me. It's definitely not the same. Both rosters have changed. But like those are some feelings. I had some feelings about those games. So I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good players, really good talent on both teams with some good like leadership too for kind of guiding these teams into victory. So I'm pretty excited to see what they pull out.
Yeah, and like as we were saying at the end of the Mountain Gromp game, Ocean Mountain got moved due to the hurricane, so we haven't seen Ocean since week 1, which Brambleback beat them 2-0, but they had a substitute in, and they were doing some lane swaps to try and compensate, so it wasn't quite the fair fight. So it's really going to be good to see Ocean at their full strength.
All right. Should be getting it going here. I believe we have...
Oh,
too many people.
Yeah, too many spectates. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, too many cooks. Oh, there we go.
And a little confusion here, but all right, guys. So let's start at the top lane. What are we thinking about these rosters?
Okay, so we have, I think we have Skyrockets in the top lane, right? Skyrockets has been an absolute monster for Team Scuttle Crab. He's just been dominating everyone. He's been playing, I think, Garen, Mundo, basically kind of like big bruiser tanks.
Yeah, I remember the Skyrockets Mundo. That's a classic from the last season as well. That's definitely one of those champions that he's able to run away with pretty well. Like he's able to do really well in lane and then just deliver as this like giant slab of beef in the late game.
He's some big meat. Yeah, he's got 2 games on Mundo and 2 games on Garen, and has just been like absolutely ridiculous. He's got like his KDA is actually insane. He's died I think once over 4 games. So
it's pretty impressive.
He's been a tank. He's been like winning lane and then transitioning it really well into the mid and late game, which has been really good to see. But then we also have Frostbeat in the top lane for Ocean, who's the transitioning from support to top. We saw him week 1, but really good mechanical player, and learning a new role is really difficult. But I have total faith that Frostbeat's going to be really good this season. And whether or not we see it this game or if we see it in like a couple weeks from now, I think he's going to be like one of the top laners within weeks. TBD.
Yeah, he's definitely got just the raw League of Legends experience, and he's really good at the game, and he delivered so well in the other positions. I think he'll be able to pull it out in top lane. But Skyrockets is going to be a good test for that, because Skyrockets is no pushover.
Skyrockets has a really good champion pool. Really hard to do, like to dumpster him because he just picks champions that can't get dumpstered. So
all right. So we're talking about dumpsters right now, and the lanes that need to not get dumpstered is the mid lane. So we have the king of dumpstering, which is Shu, and the man who needs to not get dumpstered. The king of not getting dumpstered when he should be is Aetherfox, probably.
I feel that.
Yeah, he like everyone always counts him out. He's kind of like the underdog. They say like, well, he's in the losing matchup, but he's always shows up. This is a lane that Shu has to win.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's the thing is the situation right now is there's pressure. Like everyone expects Shu to win, so the pressure is on him to win it because Aetherfox has done this before, where he can pull out some of those safer champions and just not lose the lane. Which in that matchup basically means he's winning the lane, and that's like in a situation like that, maybe that's just what he needs to do. Because essentially, if you can just let Shu not get kills, then that's great, and now you can like transition into the team fights where you can
kind of. I mean, Shu's still gonna run away. Like if you there's a fine balance between like not letting him get kills and letting him have a free lane. So like if you can just like let him just like walk around the map and like get the shove on and like apply pressure, then that's gonna put Endo in like a really bad position and like Cobalt and Shu kind of like run the show. But
Yeah.
with
Here we
that,
go.
we're gonna get a champ select.
What do we
I
got?
wonder if we're gonna see some of the safer mid laners.
What do we got?
What do we got, boys?
The Mundo
Mundo
ban.
off the table. That's a big piece of meat. That's a big piece of meat off the table.
Yep. That table's looking mighty empty because there's a big piece of meat that was there and it's not there anymore.
Not there. Victor, all right. So banning one of the Shu favorites. I expect that we'll also probably see the Vlad ban. That's kind of the go-to ban against Shu. Graves off the table for Endo. I think that's an awesome ban. I'd rather face the Endo Trundle in all of its glory than deal with a Graves any day of the week.
Yeah, I've seen Endo have a lot of success on a pretty high variety of junglers, so we'll see. He's still definitely got a pretty comfortable pool to pick from with the Graves, but the Graves obviously is super impactful. So,
But Cobalt is an up-and-coming jungler. He's figuring out the role, but I have total faith that he's gonna like pull it together. He's been practicing a lot, trying to like kind of figure out what his style is and what he needs to do for the team. Last season on Team Ocean, the role of me as a jungler was kind of like tanky team fight, CC bot, and I think that Cobalt's going to need to transition to something slightly different to kind of support this roster. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what he pulls out this week.
yep. And the respect ban coming out from Kaisa, and then also Malphite, who has been quite a terror in the Rekt League Season 3 so far.
This is
Being taken away from Frostbeat.
there are no bans aimed at JSF here.
Yep, that's true.
Yep. And also we see Vladimir still up for Shu.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is spicy. That is a champion you don't want to let the man have. That's kind of like the one that I feel is like the scariest of the bunch.
Yeah, if there's any horribly traumatic memories from last season, it is Shu playing Vladimir.
But has he been practicing it? Is it in the tank right now?
That's a good question.
Is it in the tank? That is a good question. I think we're going to find out probably in the next couple picks, because if it doesn't come in the next 2 picks, I think it's going to get banned for fun.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
And there's that Tarek for Jacef, like you were saying. No bans putting at him, so he's just going to take what he wants. And he wants Tarek.
Tarek's
Which I
a
think
good,
we've seen him on before.
it's a good pick for him.
Mhm.
He has very impactful ults. He constantly is able.
2 Garens in one day.
It's
The Garen's been
more Garens than Tom has seen in a lifetime of Rekt League.
Oh no!
So
Someone,
many Garens.
Tom, there's
Running
a Tom
free.
crying out there right now.
somebody clip that. Send it to the man,
Oh, baby.
please.
This is spicy. We see a Lucian. So Morgana Lucian going, I'd assume bot. I don't think she's going to be playing some Lucian mid.
Picking the early. I like it.
You know, you say that, but it is possible. And it's my expectation too that that's the bot lane. But hey, we don't actually know.
Oh,
Oh, and we
Is
see
that-
we see the Nunu.
is
The
this?
Cobalt Nunu is it's spicy. It's definitely good. It's got some interesting gang paths. I've played against it in some scrims. I won't divulge too much, but it's a terror.
Well, I got a question. Is this?
Yeah.
Is this the first Nunu the Rekt League has seen? The first new Nunu?
You know that the new Nunu was on your team actually.
Oh really? We picked it.
Yeah,
Oof.
Danny,
Oof.
it was your first win before you bodied us.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So it was earlier in the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to Danny Taco and the new
Yeah.
inspiration.
I did discover something very funny today in a draft game, which is if you're playing Anivia into Nunu because he just put a wall up and his snowball just hits it and he looks very sad. So that's a great counter pick there.
Oh man.
All right. We'll
You
see.
could-
Is
you could
Ethan
do it with a
Fox
pillar.
listening?
They got a trundle
Yeah,
pillar.
it's true. You can actually do it to pillar. That is true.
I mean, you could probably
Totally
do a
shut it
J-
down.
You could do a J4 ult the Nunu inside of his own snowball.
At that point, I
man.
think you're just jumping into the snowball.
Yeah.
All right,
Galio taken away.
I like to see the Galio pick taken away from Aetherfox because that was one of the picks that was used to kind of nullify Shu in some of the Scuttle Crab wins.
In the finals, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
This-
that Yasuo ban snuck past us. That's I wonder if that's something Shu's been practicing, or
Yeah.
if it's just a general hyper carry that they're scared of.
Even with the change in rosters from both these teams, I kind of forgot that it was this is the rematch. This is the rematch.
This is the rematch. That's why I'm so excited. I wanted to be here for this. It's too bad that Adolmo couldn't be on the cast too, but he's busy putting on a shirt and tie, going to work on the other game of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Jinx is a good pick here, I think.
But
they're gonna
I
go
don't
right.
think so.
Yeah, see,
Aether Fox a Fox.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
not the safest lane. I mean, she's got the dashes at level 6, so it's safe in that regard. But I mean, you're expecting to fight.
It's very possible that Shu was actually trying to pick that away, and that was actually a really intelligent decision.
Oh no, but Shu is just gonna pick the terrifying Vladimir. And you know what? I don't wanna get ahead of myself here, but I think that they're about to learn the true meaning.
There it is.
Ooh,
so I
Frosty
think
picked up Gnar.
I think Gnar is the best Garen counter in the game.
Yep, I think that it's a really good pick, and I know that Frostby has kind of taken to both Gnar and Kennen as kind of like his two ideal like top lane picks, which are both really good into Garen, kind of like those tanks. So Skyrockets will probably be pushed to really show us what he's got.
Yeah. Show me what you've got.
Show me your moves. Is what
Show me your
Frosby's
moves.
saying.
Show me your move.
I'm about it. I'm hyped to see the Shu Vlad.
Your voice doesn't sound hype. Can I hear the hype?
The bloody Shu. I'm hyped. I'm really. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it since he 1v5'd Gromp. It has been banned out every single game since that match. And here he is. It survived 2 ban phases.
Yeah, that's impressive. I don't know if that's just coming down to, he hasn't played it in a while, so they think, it's a little out of practice, which maybe it's true.
Yeah,
maybe they're baiting him. This is 4D chess here. They're baiting him.
So, as someone that just took up gambling tonight with giving you guys the zillion, I don't tend to like to gamble with Shu's Vladimir. I've played a lot of games with it, and it just, I don't know, the odds are definitely not in your favor. It's not like the Hunger Games where the odds are in your favor if you let him pick it. I think he had close to 100% win rate on it last season. Let me check the books.
Let's see that win rate. Let's see how terrifying it is in reality.
Yeah, let's snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity.
And Sandra Bullock. Yeah, he has 100% win rate on it.
Oh, so literally 100%. So
he's putting it all in the air.
Yeah, can Team Scuttle Crab make history here?
Yep.
Defeat the Vlad.
Another spicy one is the Karthus, which we're all hoping to see one day. But that's another time.
The Shu Karthus?
The Shu Karthus.
Oh, that's exciting. I like that.
Oh yeah. But we got ourselves a good one. This is the rematch. So these are the two teams with the most games under their belt, just because they went to 5 games in the finals. I believe both teams also started off in the quarterfinals last season and played the best of 3s and through quarters, semis, into finals. So parts of these teams have put in a lot of time together. Shu and Cobalt are kind of the core of those two there, whereas it's, I guess, Endo and Aether Fox. So I guess it's just like the mid and jungles that decide to stay. And then you fill in some other cool friends who decide to tag along.
Yeah, at this point, it's a big part of it's like the legacy of the team, because a lot of the members, they swapped around and stuff. But the legacy of the teams, this is the rematch.
It's the franchise. The franchise was
the franchise. The Scuttle Crab and Ocean franchises.
Yeah, when franchise comes to the Rekt League in season 4, you know that Shu's going to be on that roster, and he's going to be making like the real big moves to kind of make Team Ocean the team you want to remember.
And also it's going to be a battle of who gets sponsored by Fig Newtons first. That's gonna be the real. That's the winner of this game gets sponsored by Fig Newtons.
I mean, yeah, Fig Newtons are really just like a great way to quickly shit on people because the figs help your digestion in such a manner that it allows you to process your food and chew up your enemies and spit them out in the other end. So Fig Newtons, great for your digestion and great for the Rekt League.
Mm. Delicious Fig Newtons.
The unofficial snack of the Rekt League.
Very unofficial, but definitely delicious.
Hashtag make it official.
Hashtag email us Fig Newtons.
Yep. I've done some digging. I've tried. I'm on it.
Excuse me.
What's up?
What is the email for the Rekt League? Can we get a plug?
So the email for the Rekt League is therektleague@gmail.com. We're big Gmail users. We believe in Google and Google's mission. So, yeah. Oh, also other plugs. If you want to go to our website and check out the stats, they get updated very quickly. It's rektleague.com, not the Rekt League, but rektleague.com. Yes, I know it's a little confusing, but domain names are expensive. So, if you want to throw more subs our way, then maybe we'll get the Rekt League. So that's on you guys.
Yep. Can even be Twitch Prime. Like, give us your Amazon subs.
Yeah. I bet your parents, like, I know my mom has a Twitch Prime, and you know what? She throws it towards the Rekt League.
Yeah, she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, she's great. She supports young, enterprising business gentlemen to achieve their dreams of hosting gaming tournaments for 23 viewers.
That is what we're talking about.
Be more like Enraged Overy's mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway,
I was going to say the definition of an enraged ovary. Hey-o. Shout-outs to mom.
Well, I think we're in the game now.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know about you, but I'm in game.
Feels like I'm in game.
Ping's coming down!
Ping's coming down. Pings are coming down right across from each other. Do you think they're going to have a staring contest?
We saw the staring contest last game, a very intense staring contest, but it looks like this time it's going to be a fiesta in the red side jungle.
I know that nothing's going to happen based off my experience with Team Ocean, because we never did anything exciting level 1.
This is also this is almost not even a good setup. Excuse me.
Yeah, I see like a wasted ward on blue buff.
Yeah,
I guess
it was for the invade, right? If Ocean had come up through that, but everyone knows Ocean doesn't invade, dude.
Dude, yeah,
that's textbook.
Research. Yeah, textbook.
So that's a waste of 2 wards.
Yep. Deduction.
Advantage.
Advantage Ocean coming out at 1:20. Yep, seen some standard stuff. Shu is rocking a beautiful purple cape. Can we get like a zoom in on that? Because that thing's actually gorgeous.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Holy moly!
I like the purple blood.
That's pretty cool.
And he's already playing pretty aggressive. If you look at that.
Oh yeah, he's would you say he's out for blood?
He's definitely out for blood.
Yeah. So seeing his pretty standard start, Cobalt fishing a little bit early for. Oh no, he's doing the cheesy level 2 gank.
Oh,
this is new to
me. The snowball in.
He's taking notes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like with Nunu, like you could probably go try and start another camp. Like Endo went and did another camp. But with Nunu, why not? There's such like I don't know. The payoff is so huge that if you do get Shu ahead and like drop Aether Fox's flash.
Yep, and I mean honestly at this point it just like it pushed Aether Fox in even more. He's missing most of those minions. Oh, but down at the bot lane, Digital Crusader's flash is blown. That level 2 advantage not being respected.
No. But meanwhile, in top lane, Gnar is getting the shove, as you'd kind of expect.
Yep, Shu, there is a troll right behind this Shu. I don't think the charm managed to hit, so he is going to walk out.
But behind the Shu is a giant snowball.
And that snowball does connect, and makes the troll very cold, and then he walks away.
And in the bot lane, there's a flaming cowboy.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a cool skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that
basically
is
just like,
beautiful.
kind of looks like McCree.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Overwatch. You can sponsor us too, along with Fig Newton.
Twitch.tv Overwatch League coming soon, TM.
Endo is thinking about top lane. I don't think he's spotted out. He should just...
He should just go
gone.
farm. He should just go farm. Right now, both junglers just need to go farm. I think that's the play.
Yep. Looks like he agrees. He's gonna go finally pick up his red buff.
That's good. Good man. And yeah, Shu's getting the total shove advantage on Aether Fox. Aether Fox is already out of mana. This is going to be really hard for him to farm this under tower. And it's going to give Shu a lot of priority when Cobalt wants to kind of get that deep vision, or if he ever wants to contest Trundle for that some of those camps, especially those juicy raptors that are up.
Yep, and I think we'll probably see more invasion coming out from Endo in the near future with that push coming. Or sorry, from Cobalt.
But it's refreshing to see. I'm actually kind of surprised that Jason didn't go for a hook champion. Because
Yes.
So that's what he's known for.
So I think
He's taking a lot of damage from the fight. Ignite goes down. Flash goes out from Jasif.
heals
And they're gonna walk away again. But that was a close one.
that was
Gang,
close
but there's a
to-
Meganar.
Meganar, he's gonna walk away. He's gonna stun up the Trundle, just some damage down. But honestly, Frostbeat's gonna walk away looking pretty clean.
Yep, not too bad.
I think
I don't think he blew any summoners. Yeah, he
think-
still got his flash.
I think the Tarek pick came knowing Shu was going for Vladimir. Maybe they were like thinking about this ahead of time, because that ult has serious potential to ruin the Vladimir day.
It's true.
Oh. Is this foreshadowing? Are you giving us some good foreshadowing?
Oof.
Some Jasif ult foreshadowing.
We will see.
Ooh. That is the most foreshadowing thing you could say right then. So vague and mysterious. The man of mystery.
That is a CS advantage in the mid lane. I will say that much.
Yeah.
It is. And also, kind of a thing to note is Frostbeat opted for press the attack on Gnar, which is not typically what you see. I think you more often see...
Ooh, there's some good damage.
But I think that's why, right? Like, you see, he knows he's going to be auto-attacking Skyrockets a lot.
Oh, I love it. I think it's great. It's kind of just saying, like, I'm going to assert my dominance here, and, like, it's going to deal a lot more damage to the Garen, which can actually be kind of hard to get through, because Garen's still a big dude.
Yeah, and it's interesting, because we are seeing great pressure coming out from the Gnar, but the farm is pretty much even slightly favoring Skyrockets. So he's holding his own.
Jasef has a full mana bar here, and I feel like you should at least be tapping Q when you at least if you're not going to do it to get full health, you should at least do it when you are at full mana,
Nice.
right?
A little bit of damage coming out the mid lane from Aether Fox.
Got the Predator for Shu.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh, Aether Fox going in the charm, and it's kind of out of mana now.
Yeah. So, Aether Fox needs to calm down. That was
Shu
he's still
trades.
riding that high from the season 2 final. He's thinking like, shoot, I can handle this guy. Yeah, dives in with a little bit too little mana, is actually not able to get off his full rotation.
Shu
Yeah, I
did-
mean, even if he hit the charm, I don't think he had kill pressure just because of the mana.
yeah, Shu
No,
traded.
he was-
Shu traded ultimates there, and he really didn't even need to.
That is true. Shu did not need to hold back, but hey. Guess that makes it a little more worth it for Aether.
The things we do for love.
And a loving trade it was.
It was.
Ooh.
Both junglers, well, Cobalt's a little behind in experience. Just trying to farm up now.
But that's okay. I also still don't have a whole lot of knowledge on the new, because I have yet to play it, which sounds like a shame because jungle's my thing, it's the only thing I play. But, yeah, I don't know, I've never really made the time for it, so I don't have a whole lot of insight into the champion, but from playing against Cobalt's Nunu, it's pretty frustrating when it comes to, like, the mid-game.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we'll see it in any organized play like this, but seeing the AP Nunu in solo queue, he actually has one-shot potential, which is crazy.
That's pretty cool.
He, like, rolls the snowball up and just smashes people. Shu's getting engaged on here by just Endo. I mean, like,
What?
Aether Fox isn't helping him, so I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Oh my gosh.
That was also a weird flash.
Yeah, it was a weird flash. Like, he started walking the way of the snowball and decided to juke. He could have just walked away, I think. He couldn't just like, walk backwards.
I think he was kind of out already, but...
Yeah. Oh, speaking of big snowballs. Big and no mana.
Yeah.
That is a big snowball.
Dude, this is exciting.
They're showing so much priority on the mid lane, Team Ocean is.
They are, and they're gonna get like tons of. Yeah, here we go. Cole It's exactly what he needs to do. Take up Trundle's jungle, smite that shit away, and then he's gonna go down to river and get that Scuttle Crab, and he is gonna be rocking this. You need to rock away, Cobalt.
Yeah, don't get greedy for the little guys. They're not that important.
No.
Ooh.
Although maybe they want to fight. I don't think they're gonna. They don't have any CC here really. Charm lands onto Cobalt, but again, no mana.
Nope. Hard to charm a Yeti.
Yep.
I think they know he had no flash, so they just thought they could make that play work a little bit better.
Yep. But meanwhile,
The question is,
Skyrocket is kind of coming away with his lead.
In a matchup where I'm not sure he should be.
No, this is what I'm saying. Skyrockets is out of control. This dude is literally like on a rocket ship, just like. Dude,
Honestly, just blew everything.
But he blew everything with the giant ball. Holy potatoes!
This
There's
is
the kill. But Endo's trying to return.
Yeah, this is not good for Endo. Mini now gets too much percent health damage. Yeah.
Get that hyper.
Do it.
Yep.
Hey!
Nice.
Frostbeat getting another kill. That was huge. And man, as you're just saying, singing Skyrockets is praise. We see a big snowball ruining all of that. This champion is so much fun to cast with. Nunu. It's just so silly.
Yeah, the big snowball coming in is just a goofy way for a fight to start. It feels like it shouldn't be happening, but it is.
Oh man.
Dark Ted.
Ooh, I think there could have been a really big culling right there.
Yeah.
I think that would have been
honestly, I like what's going on in the bot lane because Darkhead and Jacef, I would say, are probably the strongest bot lane in our league right now. Jmu is a really strong mechanical player, and I think his laning is really good. Digital Crusader is still kind of just like he's new to the league and working his way up. So I think that just like going even in farm and kind of playing safe is kind of like okay for them at this point.
Damn, this red buff Gnar.
Yeah, the red buff Gnar is chasing down that Garen.
Yeah, with press the attack, that's not what you like to see.
Yeah, when you're against the bot lane that has significantly more carry potential than you, it is a very good thing if you are even. Very good. And they're doing it pretty well right now.
Doing it pretty well, but right now Jacef and Darkhead are getting the roam on. Roaming to Shu, but I think Shu has vision of this.
Oh, Shu's actually going in right now, so I wonder if they're gonna be able to catch him.
Did he get it? Oh my god, that was so close.
Not quite. Almost.
Cool guys should have looked at explosions.
Yeah. He opted to not look at that one.
Yeah.
Alright, now we have Endo and Jacef. Not a lot of damage, but...
Oh, that's sidestep.
Yeah.
Darkhead flashing in for the chomps. He took also like 3 turret hits. Oh,
yeah.
Big snowball coming in.
It is. I am fully of the opinion again that this is not the champion to give the Shu. There are champions that he can have, but this should not be one of them.
No.
Yeah. Like, he can play so much, but it's just like, this is gonna be so terrifying.
He just blew his flash, keystone, and ignite aggressively, and then walked out in a 3-man gank.
Yep.
He's got the fanciest feet.
He did. He did that great.
He's got his dancing shoes on. This champion allows him to have dancing shoes.
Yeah.
Frostbeat took that top turret and now says, I'm not done yet. I want the bottom turret. So he's going down there to headbutt it a bit.
This does not seem like the right move, right? Right.
He is getting collapsed on. He's getting collapsed on by 3 members, 4 members.
He should be okay if he can walk out.
He should be able to bounce over these men.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, there you go.
So, kind of breakdown in communication, I guess, with Scuttle Crab, which is not.
They might get the dragon.
Why?
Dragon could happen.
This makes no sense. Why did they send their duo lane to a lane where there isn't a tower?
Tell us, speak your mind.
This makes no sense. Like, they're like,
Right.
okay, we got
Tell the people.
we
Tell the people.
got first tower. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna send our 2 players to the lane where we just got the towers, so we can have a 2v1 in the other lane where we still have it. Like, what? This is blowing my mind
really
right now.
Questionable rotation there.
Frostbeat should definitely be top lane. The second he even built Frozen Mallet, the second you kill that tower top lane, Garen can't go anywhere near you. Like, in a long lane, that long, this is so foolish by Ocean, in my opinion. They need to switch this back. Because look at this, they're just going to lose. Oh, they're going to get mid though. Yeah.
Yeah, this Rick Herald summoned. And this
Yeah, they did trade the Refty for the Dragon.
Yep, and they're just gonna zone with a Nunu Snowball, and this is just gonna allow Shu to just roam around the map and be that terror. He's already like 50 CS up on this Ari.
Yeah, they're not even gonna get that mid tower though. They should have focused it.
They did get skyrockets though.
Yeah, but
Managed to pick them off, but not really the prize they're looking for.
and they're gonna lose bot tower here.
Yeah, really weird meta. Some weird rotations and stuff coming out from.
Some really questionable rotations coming out from Team Ocean in this early game.
But you know what? Scuttle Crab's gonna take it. They're gonna be like, all right, we'll take
Yeah,
it. Right?
exactly.
We don't mind.
Free towers, I'm in.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So when you have a Gnar into Garen and you have a Frozen Heart, you just want that Gnar to go wherever the Garen's gonna be.
Frozen Mallet, but yes.
Frozen Mountain, sorry. Because one auto attack, 1 Q landing onto the Garen is a death. Well, 2, because he's gonna break the first one with his slow. With his Q. I
So
mean,
2 shots, 2 opportunities.
yeah, exactly.
Twice the opportunity.
I can't stress this enough, man. That was, oof.
Yeah, big oof.
Yep. But overall, still a lead for Ocean. 2K up 3-0, looking way cleaner than week 1. So it's kind of good to see them putting in the time and looking better in this next round.
Yeah, and realistically, Shu is so strong right now.
Oh, he's ridiculous.
So-
yeah, she's awesome.
143 farm. Bonkers right now.
At 15, it's pretty perfect.
Yep. 15. That's near perfect.
Shoes are good for stomping. That's just what they'll do.
I feel like
Apparently they carry lots of gold too.
aren't boots better for stomping?
I mean, I think boots are made for walking, though.
Okay. Slight distinction, I like it. Anyway, my eyes were open the other day to Predator. I didn't realize that there was a damage buff on Predator at the end of it, like the first thing you auto attack.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea, dude.
Predator is bonkers, dude. Predator is like actually just the most broken rune in League of Legends right
We
now.
have an all-in fight happening at the bot lane.
There's also a mid lane tower just going.
There is. He drops the ignite.
Oh,
Flashes but misses
Dark
the
Dead
Q.
has the rocket.
Really good.
Oh, beautiful.
That snowball's going nowhere.
Beautiful rocket.
Yep. So we have 4
And now
members.
shoes.
Yep.
Okay.
Man
Not
against
feeling
the
like
world.
1v4ing at the moment.
I mean, he might, but he's just
He
not.
still
showing
might.
it.
He still might.
He doesn't let on.
He has
Yeah.
ult, he has flash, he has ignite, and he has his Q coming up. It's gonna be right here, or it's not
Oh,
gonna
there's the
happen.
ult. He pulls in
Holy shit.
aggressively.
Oh my god!
He's so
No.
disgusting.
Tons of damage, but no kills.
But,
Yeah, but
oh my-
holds the tower in a 2v4.
And almost
Yep.
took out. He almost took out skyrockets there. Holy potatoes!
This guy's scary, man.
Yeah, it's good to see Shu back in form.
Yeah, or maybe it's just a mistake to let him have this champion. You know?
Yeah.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
like, we figure it out.
His Akali in week 1 left something to be desired. His Vladimir was great, but it just didn't matter.
In week 1.
Yes. I mean, ooh.
Oh, he gets the charm onto Shu as he's backing, but it has no follow-up. So
Now he
that's
knows
too bad.
now he knows that's warded.
Yep.
Yep, there you go. Quick pink.
Too bad Fox is almost up in like 10 seconds. That might have had some
Yeah,
potential.
could have been.
You could have had it all.
Yeah,
Yes.
so they're still for whatever reason they're still avoiding putting Gnar in the Garen lane, and it
Yeah,
really,
I don't know why they're doing that.
really
They're
is
just
hurting
giving
me
him a chance to
inside.
come back.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the Trundle pillar and snowball. That's what we're talking about.
The best way to get him between a snowball play is put a pillar in there.
And Vlad, Shu is opting to go top lane instead of helping this mid, so mid's gonna go down.
Yeah, they're gonna take mid.
They get
Digital
bot
Crusader
tower.
getting really low. Oh, he actually Zonya's the rocket.
It's a good hourglass, good flash,
Great flash!
Yeah.
good terror
Looking
call.
great.
It does not catch Endo though. The Terror
Holy
did not manage to save the troll.
Great
Man.
play by Digital Crusader. That was huge. That was
J-
like a good series of outplays.
JSF's
Awesome on him.
JSF's got to step forward and get Trundle into that. The second everything misses and the Morgana snow's still up, you got to know he's getting snowed. That is not what you want to see.
Yeah, it would have been really great to have seen Endo get caught by the Terror cult, but oh well.
Might have lived it, might not have. Hard to say.
Either way, point for Team Ocean.
Definitely. I mean, they're
Great play by Digital Crusader. Real heads-up play. That's what I like to see. After our Team Ocean loss last season, we did get together and actually hang out. And I actually got to meet Digital Crusader. He's a cool dude.
sweet.
Yeah.
Shout out to Digital Crusader for being a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Team Ocean for being a bunch of cool dudes.
Shout out to
Except for
Fake
Except for
Newton.
Jamie. Yeah, and shout out to Fig Noon.
Yeah.
Snack of the Rectally.
Unofficial stack directly. Chuckle.
And I think they're just gonna grab that dragon.
This
Seems.
Nunu's gotta go fast. This
Bring up
Nunu's
the
saying
ball.
if you ain't first, you're last.
Ooh.
It's gonna be drifting around.
Here's a
I think he just
snowball.
likes hitting people with the snowball. He's not really doing anything. He just likes throwing it at people's faces.
He loves putting his aftershock on cooldown. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I think Aether Fox might get collapsed down here.
Oh, speaking
This
of
is
snowball.
everything. Oh,
And walk into the snowball.
Shu just made
Yeah.
that look so easy. That was so pretty. This
yeah,
Predator
everything
Vladimir
that could have
is
gone wrong there for Aether Fox did.
this Predator Vladimir is something else, man.
Yeah, he knows he's just gotta. Every once in a while, he's gotta press the button. Feel like it's time
All
to
right,
go in.
see, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this bot lane right now. He's not getting away from you.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
but
what
he's
they should've
getting-
been doing
getting
all
collapsed on.
game.
Or is he? Or is he?
Oh no!
Oh, he hit the jump.
Oh,
Maybe no.
You're nerds.
I think I liked his odds better on the other side of that wall.
yeah.
I didn't care, to be honest.
So yeah, obviously some miscommunication issues from Ocean. For roaming down to go kill Frostbeat, able to just shove in that wave mid, but not quite really enough to justify the death of a family member on Team Ocean.
Yeah, another thing that
Oh, good pillar.
I want to question a little. Ooh. Shoot. There he is. Wait.
That Nunu actually managed to stave off most of the team, but he dies anyway. Digital Crusader gets back in his front. Oh no.
Oh,
Shu gets out, but he sacrifices his Morgana in the process.
that's my
Sometimes,
son!
sometimes you gotta sacrifice a pawn to save the king.
Yeah, with a king to a god.
Well, Team Scuttle is looking to take the queen now. They're pushing mid lane, looking for that mid tower, and I don't think anything is going to stop them. Not even a wild Shu.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Or a controlled shoe. A Dawson.
You know, we're a controlled Shu.
A jolly shoe?
A bloody Shu.
Oh. That's the kind of shoe that leads to more questions. I don't think we have time for those kind of questions.
Shoe
We do love mystery here,
finishes
though, at
out
Direct League.
the Morellos.
We do on that one, yeah. There's a lot of what's underneath that Vladimir cape, and why is it so beautiful?
Yeah. These are all questions with answers. Many answers.
But the real question is how does Team Ocean kind of bring back this game under their control? Yes, they still have a gold lead, but it's not much, and it feels
Small
like
gold.
it's a small gold lead, and it feels like it's kind of slipping away from them. What do they got to do?
They've got to keep Nara against Garen. We've been talking about that all game, and it looks like they are finally doing that. That's a good place to start. And then I think they've got to. I mean, I almost want to say they should go 1-3-1 because who's gonna stop Shu?
It's got to be
Like,
Mini Nod.
he-
Oh,
Oh, Aether Fox getting smashed by that snowball. Jericho comes down, but I don't know if it's going to be in time. It does not. It saves Jacef, but not Aether Fox, and Jacef might be in trouble anyway. He's not getting out.
That was so sick from Cobalt.
Honestly,
this
weird. Kind of feels like a misplay from Aether Fox and Jacef just being there. That was, they had no vision. They had no
100%.
business being there.
Oh, man.
Garen's going man mode, gets locked up, but manages to run away. Cobalt low, has to flash out. Lots of damage coming from those Jinx rockets. The ult comes in.
No.
Doesn't kill Digital Crusader. But actually now Jinx gets excited from the Morgana kill. She's running down on Frostbeat, who's really low, gets the rocket kill. Darth Ted is now running around. Shu is silenced, he cannot keep himself alive, and now J-Moo is fighting Darth Ted. But, well, they both got mana, it could happen. J-Moo does not feel like he wants to turn, he's just running. Oh, but if Darth Ted just turns on the rocket, he gets the W. Oh, man.
He even had the E, he just had to go to the side. He would have been fine. That
The
feels
question mark
bad.
thing coming out.
He knows.
Oh, no.
He knows.
Yeah, J-Moo had mana there. He had his E, I think.
This is actually
did, no,
J-Moo's first game. Wait. Shout out to J-Moo. This is his first game in the Rekt League.
Oh.
Because he had to step out week 1 because he had a last-minute business trip.
Well, he's looking real fresh, honestly. Looking real good.
Looking real good, except for that dodge.
The dodge wasn't so fresh, but you know he was 3-0 before that, so.
Snap back to reality. We have some Baron going down.
Yeah, Digital Crusaders kind of sweeping it
what?
out. They
They're
actually just leave the Baron.
Oh.
They're not turning onto anybody. They just decided to leave it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Digital Crusader being the man.
That just kind of.
Oh, the charm going down on Digital Crusader though. Can he live? He puts the shield on himself, but he does not survive.
Shoes here.
Now Shu flashes in for a 3-man ult. He's in the team. Backs out. I don't think that ult's gonna kill anyone though. But it looked fancy as hell.
It's looking like Tim Berlin up there.
I know, right? I was just gonna say.
Flashes on cooldown.
Flashes forward on cooldown.
Uh-oh, Frostbeat. Oh,
Frostbeat does not hit the ult.
wrong neighborhood now. Shoes there. Shoes got him.
Yep.
Yep.
And Dragon's coming up. That's a slightly easier to take objective that our teams might be trying to move towards.
Shoes like that big brother that you like. You're getting like bullied at school, and you'll say like, "I'll bring my big brother." Like he'll beat you up.
Yeah, my big brother can beat up your big brother.
Yeah, and then the fight stops, and then you get stopped being bullied. So as long as you got Shu there, like as long as you got big brother
And
there.
with some fancy feet to dodge the snowball. I think if the charm comes into Cobalt, they could be in serious trouble, which it does land, but they don't commit to it.
Had the aftershock proc, making him real strong there.
Yeah.
Real strong, but not strong enough to take away this dragon. Digital Crusader going to the binding.
Yeah.
It's
It's close, but that would have been tragic if that had actually worked.
What's your game time? What are your guys' game times?
26:08.
26:07.
Alright.
26:08.
You're like 3 seconds behind me, Brian.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Wait, what are you at right now?
I'm at what you said, Sean.
Okay, 26:20.
20.
Yep.
Okay.
25. 24/6.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We're good. Just coordinating a little bit.
Yep.
It's a highly technical debugging going on.
While these teams need to be coordinated directly, so do the casters.
It's true. It's important.
This is why we need that Fig Newton money, so we can really up our production quality. That you don't have to hear this kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Fig Newton,
sweet
Fig Newton can
Newton
solve all
money.
of our problems, and not just because they're so delicious.
the tens and 20s of dollars that they bring in every year.
No, you can't do them like that, man.
Alright, we'll just like go to radio silence when we post this onto YouTube.
Yeah, somebody plays some copyrighted music, so the audio gets cut.
So my question is, can you flash during Snowball?
I don't think so, because you're channeling, so I think it interrupts.
Okay.
Well, the snowball would keep going, but it won't like go with you.
Okay, so you can't do like a Ramus chart or Ramus chart.
Ooh,
where you're
fancy
like-
Pichu dodges the charm. He's just gonna pull his way out of there. Actually, good play, because I think he might have got caught by those chompers.
I was
but he,
close by Aether
So
Fox.
Aether Fox is just going.
Oh!
5-man stun! The Terracol coming down though. Everyone's still healthy. Shu goes down.
Yeah.
Dark Ted is doing a lot of damage from the backline. Cobalt is not going to be able to get his way out of there.
That
the Terracol
Terracol.
comes down. Jason flashes forward but does not get the stun. But Dark Ted gets knocked out by the pillar. And that's 3 kills. That was a huge Gnar ult. But followed with the Terrac, the team just wasn't there fast enough.
That was a disgusting Terracol. Jaseth making me eat my words for the previous ones. That was on point and perfect.
Yeah, that Terracol definitely saved them. But I think that was literally a 5-man Gnar stun, so that was pretty awesome. But I think his team just wasn't there to support it quick enough. They might have just not been close enough because he was pretty deep, but...
That was one of the sickest Gnar plays the Rekt League's ever seen.
I would say it was the sickest.
Yeah, it might have been the sickest. With the caveat that it did not lead to 5 kills. That's the only mention here.
So my question is I want to see at the during post game, I want to see what Lucian's damage is compared to this Jinx.
Hang on. Gnar gets a 3-man stun in the Baron pit, but he's getting brought down. His team didn't really commit there. They kind of left him hanging out. But now Jinx is coming with the Scuttle. Gets broken on the terrain. Baron is picked up. There's no Terracol though, so we're gonna have to see if Shu's able to tear the team apart. Dark Ted has to actually flash out away from Shu, but Shu's still surrounded by 3 members of Team Scuttlecrab. Can he live?
The
No, he
dunk!
gets smacked down by the Garen ult again. Oh man.
Man. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
again, Skyrocket's showing this Garen is just so strong.
Oh, he flashes over to get the spin to win. Oh my goodness.
Are you watching, Tom Noms? Are you watching?
Dark Ted is getting real aggressive here. He's trying to bring down Jmu. Just one more. Oh, he flashes in. Oh, the turret actually brought off of him. That might have been the kill.
That was a very good play from Jmu. He was dead otherwise, so...
That's what he needed to do. But, yes, they're just chain dying at this point.
Damn, that was quite the game.
And let's remember that game started in favor of Team Ocean.
It did.
At the early game.
Yeah, no, they definitely had the early game. Shu was definitely controlling the mid lane. Cobalt was doing his best to support him with vision. And then things kind of fell apart a little bit towards that mid game. Isaac Lee calling out some of that questionable shot calling.
Well, it's just one of those things where that rotation where they weren't keeping Gnar against Garen for when they should have. It's just one of those things where that would have helped cement their early lead, but instead they kind of let it drag out into another neutral game where Scuttlecrab had a chance to come back.
Right. So, game 2, what do we want to see? How does Ocean get back into this?
I want to see a water bottle, so I'll be right back.
I was going to say, that sounds like... Yeah, it sounds like a great question for after the break. So, leave us in chat. What are your predictions? And we will be back in a couple minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rekt League. I'm joined again on the cast by Enraged Ovary, who is getting some water, and Gulen.
Hello.
Hey, man.
I'm Gulen, by the way. I don't know if anyone actually knows the difference between our voices. We don't have a camera.
Yeah.
This is Gulen. Know my voice. Memorize it. Know it well. Enraged Ovary is the one cracking open a cold one.
Oh, he's
What's
cracking
up,
the cold
my
one.
guys?
Yeah, that guy.
Cracking a cold one in hopes that this cold one is going to help my Team Ocean boys to victory. Not gonna
So-
lie, there's a little Team Ocean bias.
So what do they need to do? If you got the bias, you tell me.
I think that this game changes if you put Jamu on something that's not Lucian. I think Lucian is a trap 90% of the time, unless you're Coolio.gg or cool. Yeah, if you're Mr. Coolio looking real good, perfect CSing on Lucian, I think that like it's really hard to do damage on him if your team isn't super coordinated and doesn't have a double tank line. Just give him like something like easy like a Jinx or something that's like you can just kind of like kite back and continue to do a butt ton of damage as they scale up. Because like Jmu and Digital Crusader proved that they can kind of go toe to toe with JSF in lane, at least not like throw away kills. So like if you're just gonna scale, why not scale on something better than Lucian?
Yeah, Lucian is definitely a pick that you pick if you're trying to be aggressive. It's not like a let's be safe and help out in the mid game kind of champ.
All right, looks like we're getting into it.
All right, we're going in.
Yeah.
Game 2.
And with that, give us your hashtag Wet Boys Win or hashtag Krabby Boys Win in chat. Let us know what you think.
Those are some good hashtags. I like those.
Yep. I'm a wet boy myself.
Do you think we're going to see the Vlad ban this time?
Probably not. It seems like they had a pretty reasonable answer. I think that the Garen was actually a really good response in those team fights because he was able to just silence Shu point and click.
Yeah,
And allow the boys to do more.
I gotta say, I was not impressed with Frostbeat's Gnar in that matchup. I think he could have done a lot more to prevent the Garen from actually getting CS. I think he went into the mindset of poke out, and he lost farm pretty bad.
Yep. Right now, the same band's coming out of Shu, though. The Irelia and the Victor. So clearly they're thinking...
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's kind of the mindset you get in. When you win game 1, you go, okay, well, why not do that again?
The classic Shu Vans, VIV, Vlad, Aurelia, and Victor.
Viv. The Viv.
The Viv.
The words to live by if you play against Team Ocean.
And same Graves band coming out. Again, pretty typical.
I think that's fine. I don't think the Trundle did a whole lot. I think the Trundle was strong against the Nunu, but I also think that the Nunu didn't quite show up as well as Team Ocean wanted it to.
Yeah, I mean, again, there were times where he had like kind of good zoning ults, but when you're not coordinated, you need to be coordinated enough to like actually follow up on that and not just leave him hanging out there where he's gonna get deleted. Thresh ban, that's new. I guess they don't want Digital Crusader on that. I guess maybe that means they're worried about the first pick Thresh.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess they don't want Digital Crusader on the Thresh. I don't even know if that is a pick that's like in his wheelhouse. But yeah,
because they had it last time. They could have done it, right? Like, I don't think there was anything preventing them from playing Thresh.
Right, and then Ocean banning the Morgana. I guess they were picking away originally from JSF, but I don't even know if like Scuttle even cares that much to prioritize JSF's Morgana. I think that they just like let JSF tick whatever he wants. He has so many picks that are so dominant. We haven't even seen his Pike again yet, or any other champions. Any champions that have a hook or a harpoon, he seems to thrive on.
Anything with a pointy end that pulls people in.
Huh.
Okay, but it looks like Garen is going over to Skyrockets.
The Trundle
Again.
That Trundle pick's a really good pick. It simultaneously takes it away from Endo, and I think it's probably going to end up going on to Frostbeat, which I think is...
Oh, here it is. They figured it out.
Oh, the Zillion.
Team Ocean just got meta.
Shu's
Now-
done fucking around.
Now where does it go?
It's true. I was assuming this is going to Shu, but I guess it could be either.
I think that it's
Udyr?
going to be a Crusader.
Udyr. This isn't Shimmy.
This isn't Jimmy. That's not Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Oh,
Big
the
cash
blitz.
That doesn't have a pointy end, but that's a hook.
sometimes it's got a glove, sometimes it's a warm embrace. It's a hug you sometimes needed but not wanted.
Wow. So they're drastically changing things up even after walking away with the W.
But Digital Crusader is known to play Zillion. This is like his best support.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Well, it could just be a true flex pick.
It is a true flex pick. But yeah, I mean, as Brambleback, we prioritize the Zillion pick. A, because Zillion's ridiculous. B, because we knew that Digital Crusader is really good on it. It's kind of like one of those picks where like Endo looks like a much better player when he's on Trundle versus other champions. Or, shoutouts to Endo. Show up on the Udyr, prove me wrong.
Yeah, Endo's looked great on champions like Trundle, but I admit I don't think I've ever seen his Udyr. Maybe this is a secret weapon they're pulling out.
I guess so. Definitely not meta. Team Ocean going with the super meta picks.
Yeah, we got Team
Yeah.
Meta versus Team Not Meta. That's
Team
for
like the
sure.
people's champs. I mean, like it's basically like Tom Noms and Chimmy who got like their picks banned season after season, and then like Team Scuttlecrab suddenly gets to play them.
That's true. We're seeing a lot of one tricks being given over to the non-one trickers this time. They are going to ban Vlad. I guess you might as well in the second round if they haven't picked it.
I mean, it's honestly like not even worth it though, because Shu has more. He has more than 5 champions. He has more than 10 champions that he'll probably play.
Is the Akali coming out here? We seeing Kale?
Oh, if we see the
Interesting.
Kale, I imagine. I'm saying we will. I think we're going to see the Kale.
At some point this season or right now?
I think we're going to see it right now.
It looks like Scuttlecrab agrees with you, though. It looks like they think that's a Zillion sport because they just banned 2 mid laners.
Yeah.
Oh, dudes, this isn't the Kale pick.
The Kale Zillion has really weird synergy, though.
Ooh, mouse. Okay.
Oh, okay. There it
That's
is.
fine.
So they're showing that Zillion support now.
I played against the Ocean Zillion Kale, and it's freaking ridiculous. It's so scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really hard to kill anybody. But again, it's like you gotta coordinate well because you don't want to both ult the same target. That would be very bad.
No. Dark Tide hovering Jinx, and they hover the Jinx and go back to the Ahri again. I think they did that last game as well. It was really cool. Really.
Ooh, and
slick.
then okay.
And then they're picking the okay.
Jinx again.
They were like,
Not
we
impressed.
need to do another trade instead of
Oh.
just doing it normally.
Brand top.
No.
Okay. I'm curious to see what's happening here.
Brand jungle?
Brand top.
I don't
It's got to be
think
Brand.
it's Brand Jungle.
Brand top.
Okay, Brand Top.
Como se dice this shit is lit?
Bro,
Oh my goodness. The Brand Top into Garen.
Do you ever
I
just-
don't even know if that's gonna work.
You ever-
Wait. What's up?
you ever just feel like Shu's rolling in his grave right now? Because, oh man.
Hashtag the missing piece.
Ooh, this is sketchy as hell.
Yeah, wow.
Oh man.
I'm gonna assume this is intentional and not like some pressure
Yeah, I mean,
last minute
it's-
picking.
Brand is not a scion in the top lane that kind of peels for Shu.
No, the Trundle is their only melee character in front line.
Woof.
Oof. Oof.
Oof, is that
They
what
are
the kids say?
definitely-
Not woof.
Well, we were, they may have done it because they heard us talking about how meta their picks were, and they said, well, you know what then? Screw you, we're gonna play Brand Top.
That's true.
But, like, I mean, like, if we had Fig Newton money, we could have our production team show all of the Frostbeat highlight clips of him on Brand. This dude's a monster on Brand.
He is a monster on Brand. That is true. Maybe it's just him saying, you know what? I used to play support Brand and it was great. I'm just gonna do that at top lane, and it'll be fine.
The dude, I mean, Brand has always been an MVP.
I had a game of solo queue recently where I had a Brand top against an Ornn, and the Ornn died 3 times before level 6 to this brand. So
Nope.
who knows,
So,
man?
one could say
Brand
he's
is
probably
real
not born. He's probably not born to Ornn.
Yeah. If he was born to Ornn, then he would not be 0-3.
We will, yeah. So
So, just looking at the stats from season 2, Frostbeat's brand won 2 out of his 3 games, but went 11 had an average of going 11, 4, and 8 as support brand. So imagine imagine what happens if you give that man some gold.
well,
We're gonna find
see.
out.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Convince
I'm
me.
excited. You know what? He's got a he's got a combat summoner.
The problem that he faces, and this is probably the biggest problem that he faces, is the fact that Garen gets like 75% tenacity or something
Yeah.
on his W. So when he sees that stun come in, just pop that. And
This is my concern is that once Garen gets a not a spirit vista, just the thing that gives you item magic resist and regen.
Gives you regen. Yeah.
Once he buys that item, I just don't see him dying.
Yeah.
And Brand, meanwhile, if he gets all ins, especially if Endo decides to swing by, it's gonna be rough. But you know what? It'd be cool to be wrong. Let's see that Brand top.
Yeah,
go 3-0.
I mean, we could see like the Sunfire brand top that's been making its Reddit rounds. It's possible, man.
I imagine he's gonna build Leandries or something pretty early. But it is weird though, because I guess if you've got Garen splitting later into the game, you answer him with Trundle, I suppose. But then
then you don't have smite.
Then you don't have smite, and you've got Udyr, who could also just go do his own split push thing. You struggle, and that 1-3-1. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and Shuon Malzahar is also interesting to me. It just seems like such a reactive. I don't know. It's kind of proactive.
All right, guys, give me some other words aside from interesting. Give me some other like describers. I think they call them adjectives.
Scary.
Scary. Okay.
Spooky.
Spooky.
All right, so we have a spooky Malzahar in the middle. This is making this game way more exciting already.
Yeah, you're right.
Speaking of spooky, we got the zombie brand.
Ooh, he's spooky.
This is very spooky. Very spooky T-motion.
That is spooky. He's running Comet as well.
All right, that was a very fast loading screen. That's what I'm talking about.
Blood Moon and Zillion with what is that? Kleptomancy?
Klepto. Oh yeah, Klepto
Whoa.
Zillion.
This dude he's stealing your stuff.
That's bonkers.
He's rewinding time just to take your thing.
He's gonna drop the E on you, drop the auto on you, and walk away.
That's some value.
Get some value.
Man. Oh, my cold one went up my nose.
Here we go.
Laughing too much.
Oh.
Oh no.
This is a PSA, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful not to get cold one up your nose.
Had I got a Fig Newton, this wouldn't have happened. I would have just been nominated Fig Newton, and I wouldn't have gotten a cold one up my nose.
Having a jolly old time.
Yeah.
There's pings coming out to go to the Tribush on red side.
Oh my god.
It's a reach around.
Oh,
They're going right for this brand, and they're not.
Oh, Brian.
He's in trouble. He sees him. Are we gonna see the flash hook? Oh, he just instantly flashes. He doesn't even try to.
Great play. Heads up play. Good job,
He's
Brandon.
taking no chance.
He thought about backing, but like he didn't take any damage. Going back to Fountain's not gonna help.
I feel like he could have at least waited for JSF to flash or something, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
If you've got the reaction, yeah.
Yeah, he was just playing it safe.
But he didn't have Tri-Vision the second he walked out. So
That's true. That's true, actually.
He's a couple seconds
he
less
wanted to save his
react.
sword so he could flash.
Yeah, but you know what? Flashes are free until you die. So right now, the gold is still even in the top lane.
And then
It's true, and you know what? He's getting the cooldown right now.
Yeah, and he used his ward to make sure they weren't coming back for him.
Awkward.
Shu and Aetherfox already trading damage, toe to toe, blow for blow. in the middle lane. So how do we consider what do we consider this brand winning the lane against Garen? Like how do you define that?
I feel like he has to get killed, or I mean, he just has to win CS, and I expect him to get a kill if he thinks he's gonna win.
Oh,
Blitzcrank Hook with a little bit of aftershock damage, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, just a little slap and tickle,
So-
hook and tickle.
Good job by Jmu, sorry, to just walk away there.
Yep.
Didn't
Not getting baited
didn't
in.
get it. Yeah, didn't get baited. Didn't get intimidated by that hook. Although this one is gonna be impact. Oh, he didn't hit two.
Oh, I think you're ahead a little bit.
I'm at 230.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'm at 232. Oh, now I slowed everything down. Okay, I fucked it all up.
I think you can go to live.
Yeah, 240.
All right.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
I'm at 244.
You're the
36.
best. Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, at top lane, I just saw Skyrockets get hit by a W from Frostbeat, and he actually took like 5% of his health.
Yes.
That is part of the problem.
Yes.
It's just nothing.
We'll see, dude. If he goes for the Sunfire, brands.
Is that a thing?
It's on Reddit. I don't know, man. You tell me.
It's on Reddit, I guess it's a thing. These junglers are awful close to each other. Endo
They
is
are awful close.
right behind Frostbeat, but he has no vision. Dodges the stun,
Fancy feet on this
but
Udyr.
he wants none of it.
Good guy Pillar. Good guy Pillar actually denying a ton there. That was a really good play by Cobalt. But, question for the people. Why is Cobalt still level 2?
Yeah.
It's about 3:30 in the game. He's Trundle. The
Blue.
man needs to be level 3.
He
That's
didn't give away a buff, did he?
that's jungle
He-
nerfs. He went blue, gromp, red. Didn't take a Scuttle Crab, so he didn't hit 3.
Oh my god, beautiful ult from Jason.
No, not
Beautiful.
like this.
Ooh.
And even
Yeah.
though the ignite goes down, Darth Ted is able to walk away with the kill. That is perfect. Oh, that was a really great hook, just flying right past a couple minions. And you know, you
JSF
hate to see that if you're Scuttle Crab.
JSF is a monster.
Or sorry, for Ocean.
Yeah.
You love to
Pour
see it if
some
you're
out.
Scuttle Crab.
Pour some out for the wet boys. They need all your love right now. Oh no, this Trundle is getting caught out, looking real low. But pillaring off this Udyr, who's just going to take a couple of these little chickens.
Yeah, good
two-piece-
restraint.
A little 2-piece chicken nugget. It's not quite what you want. You usually want the 10-piece, but like, if you get the 2-piece for free, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not a full meal, but it's a nice little snack.
Right, it's a snack. It'll tide you over.
Yep.
But gives vision. Both junglers running press the attack, looking to deal some damage. My thing with junglers running press the attack is you have to find out who actually gets the damage down, because both of them can't do it. Usually it's one on the back foot, one on the front foot, and it's about who gets like priority. I think that probably Udyr is going to get the priority on this Trundle right now.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Just based off how they're playing, even.
Well,
Darth
it's top lane right
Ted.
now. Frostbeat's out of mana, so he's just gonna peace out.
Jmu
But I
looks
think
got-
Skyrockets is gonna even out
Oh,
this
nice
fight.
juke by Jmu in the bot lane. In case you guys missed it,
yeah,
he
he
just
is.
got with. He has some fancy feet.
He had some nice feet.
Playing the Kaisa, so like this is awesome. Like I don't think we acknowledged this during Champ Select, but him on Kaisa, I think this is exactly what he needs. He needs something that can just like dish out a ton of damage really quick, a real good meta pick.
Cobalt on award.
Cobalt on
Yeah, I don't
board.
think he's gonna do much here.
Cobalt still not doing much.
They kind of hung around a little too long there.
Jay and
Getting
Eric
something
were
to
just
work.
looking for the 2v3.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a Winston double, but I'd call it a Winston 1.5.
The
Pretty-
Winston double.
Pretty good Winston double.
Oh!
my God. Hook again. Oh, he draws out the flash and still gets the kill after hitting him with the W and then followed up by a rocket auto attack.
These hooks.
No.
His
These
hooks are
hooks.
beautiful.
It's like
And when you're playing Zillion, it's really hard to react quickly enough.
Well, he doesn't even have his ult. He's level 5.
Well, I mean, even with like the stun, right? Like
Yeah, sure.
you got to throw 2 bombs out, and in that time,
Yes, true.
might already be over.
Right.
And kind of the story about last game that isn't really showing up here is Shu's dominance in the mid lane. He's not getting as much of the shove.
Frosty going deep.
Oh! And that's when we said that this is how he wins the top lane.
Yeah, he burns his flash, he burns his ignite,
I
but
think
he walks away with the kill.
I think he just flashed in for an auto attack there.
He flashed in to get the ults, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes
Which
sense.
honestly only hit once. It didn't do very much damage, but
Yeah.
I think the ignite is what really brought him down. A Jinx rocket coming up the top. And no go.
Oh.
That was a kill, I think. I think that was a kill
Oh,
that hit.
that was certainly a kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, BF Sword Jinx, 100%.
Yeah. So nice try.
200%.
Two hundo. But yeah, Shu not really asserting his dominance yet.
He's got a good CS lead, but I mean...
It's an okay CS lead, but I think at this point in the game, when Ari was at like 40 farm, Shu was at like 90.
Yeah, it's definitely not as dominant as last time.
And Ari's getting the move on.
Oh no.
Another hook.
No, not like this. Not like
no
this.
follow-up. No follow-up. It's okay.
Alright, so Brand walking back to lane with that haunting guys.
That magic gun's gonna help. Or, actually, what's not magic gun?
No, not even.
Percent
It's,
damage.
Percent damage for each second in combat.
Oh.
He's going for that.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I haven't read Hunting Guys in a while.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Andrews it's real different.
Yeah.
Looks like Frostbeak could be in some serious trouble. He has no vision. He has no idea what is about to happen to him.
Does he have ultimate?
he
He could get one. He could
got the-
totally get one.
Yeah. He got the Spidey senses tingling
Wait.
now.
Yep. Oh.
Dodges it. If he gets the ult now, this could be beautiful. He gets
Is
it. The
it?
passive might kill Aether Fox.
Oh my
So
gosh.
close.
I was
But
gonna
now the
say.
follow-up.
Oh!
We still got him!
Shoot with the flash ult.
Let's
Oh
go!
my
That was
God.
insane.
Holy
my-
shit!
Oh
Whoa.
my gosh. Brand's top
What?
showing up.
I
Big.
was about to say, like, if he pulls this off, just add another one to the Frostbeat Brand highlight reel, and that was it. That was
That
like,
was it. That's the highlight.
that was the Mona Lisa. That was it.
And first turret out of that top lane, and suddenly we got a game, guys!
We got ourselves a game, and we have an Ocean lead. Frostbeat 3-0 in the top lane against Garen.
Yeah,
Rekt,
but now
are you
Ocean-
watching?
Oh, the hook onto Zillion. And they actually kill him before he can get his ult off.
Rip.
And J-Mo might get killed by the Jinx ult, but the heal actually helps him dodge it.
No, not today.
Not today. But they will answer with that bottom turret. Get a little retribution for the shenanigans of top lane.
If you're Darth Dead though here, you are feeling real good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Darth Dead is
If you JSF as your support, of course you're feeling good. Honestly, I feel great. I'd be the best ADC in the land if I had JSF.
Yeah, J-Sep did hand him some of those kills on a.
Yeah, if you have a Blitzcrank who's hitting 90% of their hooks, great. That's sick. Good. Like that's awesome. Oof. Or oof. Big oof.
Big oof.
Yeah.
Sork boots for Brand, so he'll have a bit more mobility.
And a stopwatch for the outplay. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Endo's looking at Rift Herald, but I think Frostbeat, if he's got a ward, looks like he wants to drop it over. He doesn't, so they actually don't know.
No,
Endo
it looks
could
like
be
they know.
on the river.
Shu and Cobalt are roaming up. Oh, he's sitting at ward. There's a ward.
Oh yeah, there's a ward up in the river. Oh my goodness! The Frostbeat gets shut down.
And kill going down onto Cobalt, going 1-0-1. Looking pretty good. That's kind of where you want to be. I mean, Cobalt should be able to take this battle.
Oh, Skyrockets actually might walk away from this one. And Shu goes down.
Oh no.
Double Crab returning the kills, returning the top lane mayhem.
Return fire.
And I think they're going to take this top turret now.
Yeah, and really just buying a little bit of time for Jmu to just get a little bit of CS and some tower damage in the bot lane. But he's not even going to stay there too long because Jinx is headed there right now.
Yeah, I think Jmo's going to do a bit of damage here, but I don't think that turret is in danger of falling.
Oh, absolutely not. So we're seeing the Cinder Hulk Trundle. I think that's typical. Probably. That's like what they need right now. They don't have a tank.
Yeah,
Well, they definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's their only tank right now. So if somebody's
but at that point, why take press the attack? Right, my man?
Yeah, it's a little bit of indecision, maybe. Oh, they His ult is not going to be able to save him now. It's not going to matter.
And he doesn't have.
He doesn't even use it. It doesn't even use his ult.
The issue I think here, Brian, is that you just can't like none of the green things are even good for jungling, right? Except for Aftershock. And I guess you can proc that with your pillar.
But you have to hit your pillar, which is like definitely not something you always hit the knockup on.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to do that. So like press the attack is just a better keystone.
Ult going down onto Garen, but I don't think they're going to see much from that. Although the Brandol is wreaking havoc on the backline with his passive.
Oh my gosh, the Brandol just almost killed 3 people.
So much damage.
Is he going in?
Rocket, sorry, the
is Jmu
W
going in?
Jmu.
Oh my god.
Really good.
This pressure is huge.
They're going to be able to do something here.
I want to know what Shu's comms are like right now. They're fishing. Frostbeat's going up, flanking Frostbeat.
Oh, Aetherfox is going to be so careful here. He gets caught by the W, but I think he's going to be able to ult his way out.
He's going to ult his way out, but that's going to be the tower right now.
They've got to reset. I think they can't just hang around here at such low health. They just got to commit to losing it and reset.
Another Drake coming out. It's not an Infernal. That's still Spectator Bus. Oh, it is an Infernal, though. Okay.
A new album by Drake.
It's called Infernal. It's fire.
It is lit.
Oh, but they're contesting it. Garen got right in there and just immediately ulted Trundle.
That doesn't seem right.
Can't ult the dragon.
But he had Zillion ult on him, so he'll come back.
Where is the brand?
Endo is so zoned out.
Oh,
Darkseid gets brought down. Steps forward a little bit too much.
Frostbeat had just enough mana for all 3 of his spells and nothing else. Made him count.
Feels bad.
Frostbeat is showing that if you want to play your favorite pick, it doesn't even matter where you're going to take it. You can play it mid lane, you can play it bot lane, you can play it top lane. If this is what you carry on, this is what you're good at.
I trust him to do brand jungle now if he really wanted to.
Alright, you can do brand anything. You can brand anything you want to me.
Look, there was a day this summer where I was playing a game with Chimichangas, and we said, Chimmy, you won't play brand jungle. And you know what Chimmy did? He carried our ass so hard on brand jungle. It was ridiculous. It can work. That's what I'm saying.
It can work anywhere. It got
shout out to Chimmy, the jungle genius. Whip it on the Rekt League. No bans are thrown at it. Let's go.
Hey, maybe that's the real secret here. Secret weapon.
Ooh, the villain brand.
Yeah. Frostbeat is the villain right now. He actually led with his stun there. That's a bit weird.
And he's going with the ult.
He wanted to go for the
that's too bad.
The stun into the inflame or whatever.
Jacef is completely alone, but I guess he's just trying to set up this kill for Ahri to get there.
Or
a silence followed by another silence, and I don't think there's much he can do.
But Ahri's not gonna make it there.
Able to ult out. There wasn't enough follow-up on that Malzahar ult is the problem.
Ooh,
I think he kind of just ulted expecting other people to do the damage because he didn't have his E down.
Yeah. And Zillion ult went down in the middle of that. I think Digital Crusader thinking that Cobalt was going to go down, so that is not going to be up for the next fight. Unless the next fight is when it's back up, in which case I'll eat my words. But
Udyr coming up here, gets spotted on a pink ward in the bot lane.
And then life continues as normal.
Yes.
Jmu might get caught by this trap here. Takes a lot of damage. If that rocket could be a kill.
Ooh,
Wow!
Cobalt!
The
hero
people's
play.
champ! The people's champ is
Uh-oh.
Cobalt!
Oh, but Dark Ted goes in anyway. He flashes. No kill though.
Holy
madman.
shit.
The sheer audacity of this man.
Oh my god. Cobalt with the true hero play. Taking a bullet for his homie. That was sick.
Skyrock is kind of in trouble here.
And yeah, I guess like now that we're at the 17-minute mark, Shu's kind of running away with his mid lane CS lead. He doesn't have the kills that he usually has, but CS wise he's 50 CS up.
Yeah, that's a lot of CS. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Oh, we're still sitting on one item and some boots. I don't know, maybe he's sitting on a lot of gold right now. It's possible.
Looks like Jinx got the first part of the QSS going too, so gonna pick that up in 850 gold or so, 950. Can't remember.
Yeah, it's 850.
So far though, I don't know if it's how much it's gonna help. I feel like you almost want to go Ma instead, because it's really just the brand that's destroying you, you know?
Yeah, the Ma would definitely be more useful against both of them.
Yeah.
Because the QSS is certainly not going to help against Brand.
But it's going to help against Malzahar.
Yes, it will, but...
The Malzahar has not been ulting carries. He's been...
Yeah, I don't think Jarthed has really been the target.
Yeah.
As far, like, if Jarthed's playing well, he's probably never going to be in the position to be ulted by Shu.
Right.
I guess you're right. This is why you guys are golden. I'm just silver.
Come on, man.
Aether Fox is looking super aggressive.
Whoa! Holy potatoes!
This is a
and the 4-man stun.
Sweet double ball.
Oh my god, that damage onto Chemu. He gets Zillion ulted.
Shu's in trouble too in the top lane.
Yeah. That was a disgusting amount of rocket damage there.
Should be okay.
You just gotta take this pick away from Darthed. Like, it's just like, it feels like too much free teamfight damage. Like, I don't know if there's another ADC that just like...
Oh my goodness.
Yep, and there it is.
Darthed is doing so much damage right now. If Jacef grabs anybody, even the tank, the only tank, it doesn't matter. Things are looking real rough for Ocean right now.
It must be really nice for Endo.
Beast mode brand.
Endo gets to basically play whatever the hell he wants. It feels like that, like, all of his lanes are pretty much winning. Even against Shu, Aether Fox has done reasonably well. He's, like, lived up to his name of, like, being able to survive the onslaught. And, Endo kind of just gets to play whatever he wants. He gets to play Trundle, he gets to play Udyr. I can't think of a bad pick for Endo.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah.
He's been on 3 very winning teams in the Rekt League so far.
Aether Fox going in hard into Zillion, who did not have enough time to ult himself, so that's pretty huge. Aether Fox is trying to make plays here, but Garen's getting caught out here. A lot of damage ticking. Finally gets finished off by the Brand Pillar of Flame.
Endo's picking up a Drake on the other side. It's a mountain.
Yep. A new album by Drake. Releasing them every day.
He's dropping them every 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a...
How does he do it? Not even trying.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Shout out to Mike Shinoda. Shout out Beyond.
So we're at 21 minutes into the game now, and Scuttle Crab is sitting on a sweet 7k gold lead, and they might be about to pick up more. But 2v4 without any carries, maybe not the best situation to be picking a fight. Jacef don't care.
It's hard.
Jacef doesn't give a fuck. He's in there.
This Trundle fell behind. He fell really behind.
Trundle fell behind. Yeah. Kaisa fell behind. Brand and Mouse are the only 2 hope. They're the new hope. The new hopes.
And you know the problem with that? They're both mages, so
They're
this
both
Garen
mages.
is going to be able to just be invincible to them.
Yep.
He's got that Spirit Visage, he's got Merc Treads. I mean,
I feel like you could just get a QSS on him.
Was that a yawn?
Spidey senses.
That was
Spidey
I'm
senses.
sorry.
Shoot. Bottom of that
I
bush.
know you could just get a QSS on.
It's, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like you could use a Fig Newton.
I could.
Yeah.
It would replenish my energy, certainly.
I don't think I've ever been tired while eating a Fig Newton.
No, in fact, I've only played great League of Legends while eating Fig Newtons. I probably would have.
Ooh,
won.
Endo.
The
Way
ult
too deep.
instantly going into Aether Fox, but not enough follow-up to actually kill him. The hook going into Cobalt, he's just so
That was
squishy at this
such a
point. I think he's
good
going to get brought
hook.
down. Point blank Jinx ult finishes him off.
They haven't used the brand ult yet.
Yep.
Kobe.
That fight felt like a little bit of a clown fiesta, I'm not going to lie. Jacef getting really greedy for this ward. I don't know if he's going to pay for it.
They still have Zillion ult.
Yep.
Right, and that's what makes all these fights really interesting, is that the Brandle and the Zillion are two, like, if they go perfectly, like, they can be so game-breaking, even if you are, like, 6k behind. Like, you could just, like, turn a game on its head instantly
Yeah.
if the other team doesn't, like, react appropriately to
Yeah,
those.
no doubt.
Which gives me hope for the Wet Boys.
The Wet Boys still have hope, but it is going to be a tough one.
In chat, give up some love for the Wet Boys. If you're feeling some Wet Boy love.
Meanwhile, if you're feeling merciless,
yeah.
if you're feeling merciless and want Scuttlecrab to keep stomping, let's see some.
Or crabby? If you're feeling
some
crabby?
You're feeling crabby.
You had a bad day.
My God, Endo just three-shot that Scuttlecrab.
Got a little need for some Krabby Patty.
You went Warrior Try, so that is quite the squishy Udyr build.
Yeah, I think he's just. Actually, I'm not sure what he's trying. I haven't seen him splitting that much. I mean, he's doing it right now, but.
Do you think he's just showing off?
My
You're
team's
just saying, like-
my team's so good it doesn't matter what I build.
Yeah, my chick bad. My chick good. My team do shit that you wouldn't do.
My team do shit you wish your team would, dude. Oh man.
Tune in one of these weeks for the Isocally and Raged Ovary the rap cast.
Oh my god. The jingle cast. I'm so
The
ready.
Jingle cast. Yeah, it's happening. We'll sing our way through a series.
They're just two-manning this
Or the
Baron right
people.
now. Darth Ted and Endo. They've got enough damage.
Yeah, well that's your answer, right? There's your Triforce
Ocean
Warrior.
has no idea. And how would you? There's 3 people showing on the map.
Oh, now they
Of course
know.
they're not doing Baron.
They don't know. They've dropped a blue
They do
trinket,
know.
saw it for a moment. Doesn't matter.
A little too late though. And now they're going for the kill on the Cobalt.
Ooh, man, yeah, Cobalt is
Yep.
dead. Get the trade
My
kill.
goodness.
Garen's dead though.
Skyrockets.
But Garen's dead. To me, that signals like go. But like I feel like so much was burned on.
Oh,
that.
they might actually
Ooh.
catch Aether Fox here. He's getting pretty low, but he flash ults out.
Frostbeat
Frostbeat's
goes down.
Frostbeat's
No!
finally down.
His ult fizzled.
Oh my God, Darth Ted flashes in. Darth Ted is going crazy right now. Can he take on the Zillion and the Malzahar? That rocket is huge.
My God.
Oh my God. Darth Ted is just a monster right now.
Yeah. If you're not gonna pick something, like you can't let a Jinx have a free lane. You gotta ban it. If you're planning on bot being a farm lane, a free lane, you gotta ban this. Very, very immobile carry in lane. Super vulnerable, but just absolutely got unlocked by Jacef.
Yeah, that is an unlocked Jinx. Jinx Unchained.
Are they even gonna kill the ward? No. Oh, he goes back for it. Thank you, Endo.
The People's Jam.
Do you get a vision score for killing a blue ward? Oh, wait, let's find out.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say you do. Anything that I think that when you kill anything that provides vision, you get a vision score for it.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Oh,
Aether
man.
Aether Fox, I don't think was actually aiming for Digital Crusader there. I think he missed Trundle and
I
hit
think so,
Digital
too.
Crusader. which worked out wonderfully.
That was scandalous.
Is Aether Fox a god? I think he might be.
Is he?
I gotta give it to him, man. I mean, whether or not he was aiming at the, whether or not he was aiming at the set.
Is accidental genius still genius?
Yes, exactly. Right, like. I guess this gets more into philosophy than anything. But...
Right, I mean, it's like, let's talk about Benjamin Franklin for a second, and, like, he put, like, a key on a kite, and then, like, the dude's a genius.
If there's anything we know about here at the Rekt League, it's philosophy. And Darkseid is trying to finish off Shu here, but he steps forward a little too much. Instant QSS, really good timing, but he actually might still go down.
Ooh, and the Zillion ult!
Zillion ult, yeah, saves Jmu, so they're actually up a man right now. He could jump onto Endo right now if he wanted to, and he does, but he doesn't commit.
Yeah, he was afraid of the charm, Ari. And Ari gets out. Just triple.
He could have committed
there. This fight is still happening though.
Oh, the pillar's coming up. The pillar's coming up.
Kobo actually needs to be careful because if Aether hits a charm, I think he's dead. Unless he cues the wrong way. In which case he's not dead. And then he's not dead, actually.
Wow.
That's a problem. That was awkward.
Oh man, I think Shu just died top lane.
He's gotta go fast. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Shu dying in top lane and MIA pings coming out from Skyrockets.
Yeah.
Missing, but
that is the Garen.
Yep.
You as a mage sitting under a tower with a Garen, it's.
Don't do it, Jmu. Don't do it. Okay. Skyrockets wants this. Oh my god, that damage is spinning on him. He did not even ult. He didn't even have it. Didn't even need it.
Yeah.
He just deleted that man in a true Tom Nom Nom fashion.
That was as Tom Nom Nom as they come. Somebody clip that, send it to Tom. He deserves to see that. He can live vicariously through that on his plane back from Boston.
Yep.
Oof.
Oof. And now they're clearing vision from the jungle. Soon, Ocean is going to have no idea what is going on the map, apart from their base.
D-Fox throwing some shade in the chat, saying that he wants to lane against Shu, so people realize that he's the best laner in the league. Shout out to D-Fox for making.
And then he puts up the kappa. Love it.
I'm not hip with the meme language, and I don't know what the kappa means.
That Darkseid rocket poke is just crazy.
Stormrazor on that character is pretty.
Aether Fox, meanwhile, is trying to pick off Frostbeat.
Oh my god!
Down yet? The ult is on him. Get out of there, Frostbeat!
That sucks. That's so unlucky.
That's so unlucky.
The passive kills Darkseid.
It was like passive and Malzahar.
Yeah. I think whoever had that passive on them probably could have walked away from Darkseid.
Yeah.
But I think it might be the game anyway.
I also don't think it's. Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna matter here.
Yeah.
Cobalt and Jamie trying to put up
comes down.
the last defense, but
gets the pull. But Jamo's gonna live.
Oh,
Keep that KDA preserved.
Maybe he walks off the fountain. Yeah. All right, yeah.
And with that one, just like in season 2, the game goes to Scuttle Crab.
Ooh.
Scuttle Crab looks
scary.
pretty
They look like the team to beat with a sitting record of 6-0 now.
Yeah, Scuttle Crab with a great performance.
Ooh. I really like the brand top. I mean, like, if we're gonna talk about this game for a few seconds, like, the brand top was like one of the shining points. The Malzahar left something to be desired.
Yeah, the Malzahar wasn't super impressive, and it's not really what we've come to expect that much from Shu. It's not like, I mean, his damage, if you look at the stats, he had a bunch of damage, but it's just, in terms of game impact, it just wasn't quite there.
Right.
Like, you didn't see that ult leading to many things that were changing the game.
Yeah, so hopefully we can pull in Skyrockets and J-Stuff so we can talk a little bit about another 2-0 victory for them. Give me a second while I go and pop in and around and ask the people if they're there.
All right.
Hello.
All right, I got Skyrockets. Jacef already dipped.
Okay.
I got Skyrockets. So, yeah. GG Skyrockets. You play like a monster again.
It was okay. I died a few more times this week than in the rest of the season, but
Yeah, I mean, okay, you didn't get to pad the KDA so much, but like the team still won, so like you gotta play for the team just a little bit.
definitely.
So tell me a little bit more about, I guess, lane against Frostbeat, game one. I guess what was your preparation for Frostbeat?
So game one, I saw Nar coming up, decently common top lane champ, not lately, but played against him before. I knew, it's going to be tough anytime you're melee versus a range. It's a tough matchup. But if you can just survive, make sure you keep the priority on the farm in the beginning, then once the game carries out, that advantage kind of slips and falls off. So, I was just thinking, let me just get the farm up, let my team go. I know bottom was getting really strong, so even if I wasn't doing so great, the team overall was, and I knew, just hold it together and long late game we're gonna come back. So
Hell yeah! I mean, like that totally happened, and like their bot lane getting strong. That seems to be like the consistent story of every single game that you seem to play. What's it like playing with Dark Tide and Jacef?
Oh, it's great. So Jacef and I are, good friends in real life, and we've been playing for some years together. So that's a lot of fun. And then to have good AD carry in that mix, it makes for a really good time for sure. It's very strategic, and everyone knows what their roles are and what their jobs are, and we just execute, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. So I guess going back a little bit more to the planning, like how much like planning goes into each week? So I guess what did you kind of determine were the weak points or the points you could take advantage of Team Ocean for this week?
That's a good question. I actually, I'm in business school right now and had a big test.
So you're on Garen and Mundo duty, it seems. So
yeah,
like, you're the dude that shows up and you just play Garen and Mundo. And
exactly.
Like,
I was actually really surprised that they gave me Garen both matches. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got some other champs in the pool to pull out, but like if it's gonna be easy to pick Garen and it's working consistently, I'm gonna keep doing it, right?
Sure, absolutely. Ghoul and Icically, what do you got for the man? We got Skyrockets here.
I'm just impressed that you were able to play Garen as well, and that Tom can't play Garen. So we had to show it to him.
I mean, honestly, you're probably gonna get the ban treatment on Garen. I think from here on out.
I'm wondering if I can free Mundo up again, and maybe I could get back to my roots here.
so yeah, I mean, like you're really like doing this whole like duel of the fates right now between like Garen and Mundo. Like, which one are you? But yeah, I mean, rocking the 100% win rate across the board on all of them and looking great on all of them. I guess how much practice, I guess, do you personally put into I guess these performances?
This last week was kind of like a different week. Like I really didn't practice at all. I don't know if I've played all week, but for the other 2 weeks, definitely played a ton. And the team as a whole has been practicing for probably like a month at this point. And we're all we're on pretty frequently together, so we get a lot of games in.
Nice. Yeah, and so I guess so you talk about Darth Ted Jacef. What's it like playing with, I guess, the OG Scuttle Crowd members, Endo and Aether Fox, who I guess I know probably already have good communication with themselves. What was it like integrating, I guess, with those two, with the rest of the team?
Oh, it's great. First of all, they're hilarious. They're hysterical. So there's a lot of jokes, just a pretty lighthearted communication over here. And yeah, basically, when I came in, Endo's the one I'm really trying to coordinate with, because top lane's an island, so the other lanes aren't so applicable. But jungle definitely. So just talking to him, I said, I when I play, I like to focus on my farm. I'll pull the wave back if I can. And he goes, that's great. That works great with how I play. And I'll come and give you the ganks when you want them. And he's pretty good where I can say, hold off on the ganks right now. I'm just kind of hanging out, or like, hey, definitely a good opportunity to gank, come up. And he's right there. He's pretty quick when he moves around the map.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he was totally outpacing Cobalt, my boy. They're actually both my boys. I love both of them. I got to meet both of them in IRL, which is pretty cool through Rekt League. But yeah, no, I mean, like it seemed like Endo was definitely outpacing the Trundle, especially in that game too. I think almost doubling his CS at some point, and both also having like fairly low like damage scores. Like, how much do you rely on Endo for damage, and like how much do you rely on him for just kind of like the vision control and just I guess like general shot calling in the early game?
Yeah, so in terms of damage, maybe less so, right? Because again, my early game strategy is just sit there and farm. But the other 2 points you made, especially vision score, if you look, my vision score I think is one of the lowest in the league. Warding is apparently not my strong suit, so he definitely gives me the vision and he keeps me updated on what's happening on the map. The whole team does a pretty good job of talking about where players are moving. So that's really what I rely on. That, and then the other is just like, him shaking up the lane, which kind of puts the enemy top laner a little bit off, where they're nervous about these ganks coming, which frees me up to just keep my farm going. And so it's those ganks, even if he just comes up and shows his face. It's like the enemy team knows that there's a high potential that he could be there at any time, and that really gives me the leeway to kind of move forward with my strategy.
Awesome. Isaac Lee Gulen, do you have anything else for the man?
I think I pretty much covered it. I think you did a nice job with those questions.
Extensive.
Yeah, all right. Well, Skyrockets, thank you. It was really cool to like talk with you and like meet you finally. And congratulations on going 6-0 at the beginning of the season. And good luck with the rest of it, except for
thanks for
against
having
Team
me.
Barrelback. Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Man.
Yep, you too. Bye.
All right.
All right.
So that concludes this week of the Rekt League. I have come to hear that the other series, Infernal versus Sentinel.
No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, no spoilers. We're not okay.
Yeah. No. I think when I've been on cast with other people, and there's no spoilers.
Okay.
Okay, no spoilers.
That's
It is
fine with me.
It'll be uploaded onto YouTube or on the Twitch. So it'll be on the Twitch and when the cast is done. So
Yeah, I guess.
Check it out yourself.
Cool. Well, from all of us here at the Rekt League and Fig Newton, thank you. Thank you for all your support, guys. You're the best. Have a good week.
You. Like, follow, subscribe. Have a good week. Practice hard. Gulen, it's great to talk with you. Basically, likewise.
Yep, it's great to be on the casting desk again.
Wow!